All right, we're just underway here at Central Broward Park of the New York Magpies and the North Carolina Tigers. The Magpies are going to kick that one inside 50, and it's knocked away now, but North Carolina has it wrapped up, and the umpire says, give that to me, and it looks like we're going to have a free kick. It looks like it's a ball up rather. Apologies there, as it's almost knocked forward by New York. And then the man taken down, there is a whistle. We think, no, they keep going. North Carolina has it. They'll clear it out of their back 50. Up on the far position there on the Atlantic Ocean or eastern side of the ground. And everyone's down there mushroom farming. It squirts loose. And it's brought in, and the umpire crosses his arms like the Monsignor, and we'll have a ball up. Just underway. A little more than a minute of scoreless football here as the ball goes back into play.
Good work.
Good ruck there as it's popped up in the air. Who wants it? It's going to go out towards that far pocket. It squirts free. It rolls and out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw it.
Pretty scrappy game to start off with so far, Brian.
Very much, Dennis. Absolutely beautiful weather out there. You and I were out there before the game. A little on the warm side, but
it's a little warm, about 90 degrees.
It is, and the ball's still there, and it looks like it's down again. And this time it looks like a holding the ball call there. So New York's going to get it. They go inside 50 again into the hot spot. Everyone falls down, and North Carolina will get it. No, they run onto the ball. Gets the hand back. Good run in support there. Trying to get the handball, trying to punch the ball on the ground. New York still has it. There's a kick towards the middle. The pack forms, and a good mark taken in front there. And they're going to have a chance for the first score of the game. So the kick from about 45 degrees out. The kick is up on the way. It looked good from here, and the umpire agrees. So the first score of the game is a major one to the New York Magpies. They go to 1 straight 6.
4-1-8-8.
And North Carolina yet to score. The ball's been mostly on the Magpies side of the ground.
Do you know who that was who kicked the goal there, Brian? Looks like number 30, but I can't tell.
They all look the same from here, Dennis. We'll give that to Marcus Janke, because 30 looks like 20, and 20 is Janke. So 6-0 to the Pies. The ball comes back into the center of the ground. 3 games today. This is the first of 3, playing 4 12-minute quarters, and we are a quarter of the way through the first quarter. Ball goes back in the air, knocked forward by New York, still controlled by the Magpies. Can't see who that is with it, and now it's pushed back. The Tigers have it, now running forward with it.
McGettigan.
It is Ryan McGettigan of the Philadelphia Hawks. He's going to get pinged for holding the ball. And a number of Philly Hawks playing in the colors of the New York Magpies today.
That's almost sacrosanct, isn't it? Or sacrilegious.
I was going to say Philly and New York getting together. I was sort of expecting there to be snow even here in Florida.
Snow in hell, is that it?
Yeah, something like that. Frozen day in hell, or Florida. Meanwhile, free kick awarded to the New York Magpies. That's number 3 out of the back. Who I don't have, unfortunately, as it's kicked in, and the mark is taken there defensively by North Carolina. They're going to come to the wing position right in front of us. Oh, nice mark taken there. That's number 24 for who I don't have. We've got a number of multiple numbers there. He's going to kick that one inside. A pack forms. Looked like 2 Carolina guys had it. There's a turn and kick for goal, but it's sprayed, and in fact, it's going to go out on the full. Good effort there from the tight angle, Dennis, but not enough direction.
Not a bad effort there from the number 84. The young fella, number 24, took the mark and kicked nicely. He looks like he might be someone worth watching for today.
Yes, indeed, and we'll have to figure out who he is, because, like I said, but that was Paul Duncan, number 84, kick-in for the Magpies, and that one is taken short. New York doing what they do best here in the early going, and that is find the open man, although they're going to rule that out of bounds. We'll have a boundary throw-in advantageous to the North Carolina Tigers as the ball comes spinning back into play. They work it to juice the side for New York. The ball's still on the deck. They try to paddle it back to the Tigers. Again, that's Duncan. They get the ball as it squirts out. It's going to roll out of bounds, and we're going to have another boundary throw-in. Still 6-0 to the Magpies. This is the Tigers' really first threatening blow of this first term, which is a little more than 5 minutes old. As they come out to the near side now, number 20 for New York just got it away. There's a tap on by Matt the Tank Sherman for North Carolina. They give it to Camilleri, the captain, deep inside 50. Mark not taken cleanly, and he wraps them up. Are they going to get the holding the ball, or are they going to say prior opportunity? No, the umpire says, give it to me. We'll have a ball up right in front for North Carolina. Just reaching the midway point of this quarter, and a good defensive hit out by New York. And they wrap it up now. North Carolina had it for a second. They still have it, and now it's going to be a free kick to New York. Magpies will have a chance to shake the Etch-a-Sketch and clear their lines a little bit. They go out to the near side, but it's a good
a man in a hat
mark there. Yep, Mr. Sherman.
Which I guess we should expect to see in a nice sunny, hot day like today.
We should.
Well, that's another nice kick too.
Very good kick in towards the goals. That's slapped away again by the Magpies, and now they'll have some room to maneuver up on that far position. He's taken down, and didn't see the call initially, but it looks like it's going to be a free kick.
Throw-in, I think.
It is a throw. No, it's a throw-in, yep. So we'll have a boundary throw-in over there. And
nice balk.
They're coming down the field a little bit there, and up on the far side, and the ball's taken down. And the umpire over there says, give it to me, another ball up. 7 minutes gone. Still 6-0 to the Magpies. We had that goal early on off the foot of Marcus Janke. So free kick for the Magpies. Again, they go inside 50. It's about the fourth inside 50 they've had to one for North Carolina. As now they'll try. There's a kick back in towards the middle. It's knocked down. Now it's soccered off the ground into the middle of the park, but only one guy there. He's with the Magpies. Good handball. There's the kick again inside 50. The pack forms. Oh, and a great mark.
It's number 10.
By number 10, that is Andy Brennan. And he's known for taking them. He's one of the more athletic players on this New York Magpie side. And Brennan is the type of player you wouldn't think would miss from here, Dennis.
No, and I should have recognised Andy. As a former member of the Eagles, I've been a victim of Andy's good play many times over the years, so apologies to Andy that I didn't recognise him.
And he victimizes the Tigers there as he kicks true. Second score of the game for the Magpies. They've both been majors. 2 straight 12 to the Magpies, no score to the Tigers. We have 4 minutes, unofficially of course, to go in this opening term. Brian Barish alongside Dennis Ryan, El Presidente, here bringing you commentary from Central Broward Regional Park here on the outskirts of Fort Lauderdale. Absolutely beautiful day and an absolutely beautiful ground. Not the best of hitouts, though, but North Carolina will claim it. It's tapped free as they play in the middle of the center circle there in the middle of that cricket pitch. As ball comes down, squirts free again. A couple of players from both teams charging after it. Again, it squirts out of the pile there. They're still trying to nurdle the ball through as it kicks up on the far side. And intercepted by the Magpies. Now they're going to come into the middle of the ground, kick it into the center, and they go up in a defensive mark taken over there by the Tigers. He's going to play on. Oh, it's smothered. Should have taken another second, but North Carolina has it. New York has it again. I think that might have been Brennan as the ball squeaks out again, and it looks like we're going to have a whistle, and it's going to be a ball up. But New York, again, asserting themselves, flexing their muscles a little bit. And now they'll kick that one as it squirts again over on the what is that, the pocket over there. I think the sun's broiling my brain. As it's tied, it comes in towards the goal.
Looks like it hit the post.
And it looks like it's a Wilbur post. Hello. Yes, and in fact it is a minor score. So first minor for the Magpies, 2-1-13. And the Tigers will bring it out with about 2.5 minutes to go here in the opening term. The other team here, of course, is the host Fort Lauderdale Fighting Squids. We'll see them in our next game. As the Tigers ready to kick this one back in the play, calling the play now. Looking for a lead. One's coming on the near side. And there it is out to the near side. And the mark is taken there by one of the number 10s. Actually, that is Nick Camilleri. He's the only number 10. Looks up to the near side, and the mark is off of hands. Going in for it was Robert Beiersdorf, as well as number 10. That's Brennan again, and it's a whistle, and it's going to be a free kick to the Tigers up on the near side.
In the back to 31 for the Magpies.
But it is a free kick to the. Oh, okay. So that is 31. I thought that was 3 originally, but it is in fact 31.
Almost kicks it into the back of.
Wow.
His teammate?
And now they'll kick that one inside 50 again, or just at the top of 50. Good mark. He almost had to eat the ball there. But a good defensive mark taken by the Tigers. That's an atom ball, as they say in baseball, as they come out into the center of the park. The pack forms. Oh, nice mark. He's going to play on. He's going to run on, have a bounce. Lots of real estate there. Now going to kick inside 50. Good job by the
nice kick.
forward pocket there to go out and meet the ball. Here's the kick now inside 50. Going up forward. There's a pack forming again. Tipped off by one of the members of the Tigers, and it's advantageous for the Magpies, as they're going to be able to kick it out to the far side, but it's going to come right back at them.
And this is the guy, I think, who just kicked it, so he's getting a second chance.
Yep.
He's got one on here in the middle here, number 37, but he's ignored him.
Nelson Santos was free.
Heads back into the hot spot, and looks like New York defends grimly again. Straight back to the same guy. Let's go number 3.
Let's try it again. Oh, if first you don't succeed, try again. In this case, 30 seconds to go in the opening term. As they work it inside and the mark is taken, they are going ever so slowly, but they're going to have to do this quick, fast, and in a hurry with less than 30 seconds to go. The kick will come from just outside 50, and now it's over into the corner. And looks like it's out of bounds there, Dennis?
Yep, out of bounds again.
With the seconds ticking down.
He has called quarter. That's quarter
and
time.
it is, in fact, quarter time. So the score, after 12 minutes of play, it's the New York Magpies 2-13. The North Carolina Tigers, no score. We'll be right back with the second quarter right after this. Off the ground, but the ground's holding up pretty well as the ball drops in front of one of the Magpies players there. They scramble for it, and now it's rushed forward.
Is that water or sand, do you think, Brian?
I don't know. It all looks the same from here, Dennis. Meanwhile, it's Brennan again with the left foot, which is his right one, looking for the target over on the quarter side. He overshoots him. Did he find the boundary line?
I believe he did.
Yes, he did. It just got to the boundary line. Not a bad result overall for the Magpies, though, as they'll have a throw-in in their offensive left pocket. Just underway in the second quarter, Magpies leading 13-0. Here, an absolutely beautiful day at this beautiful ground as the ball is loose on the far side, and again it's going to find the boundary line over on that far position over on the eastern end of the ground. The Magpies kicking towards the southern or Key West side, if you will. As the ball comes back into play now, and it's on the ground, everyone going after it, and it looks like the Tigers are going to push it up on that far side, but right back at the Magpies, kicks it out into the middle, and the mark taken there. He's going to turn and run inside 50, kick in towards the near side, and Brennan again is over to take the mark.
He's making it look easy at the moment, Brian.
Yeah, 2/3 of the world covered by water, or at least this part of it, covered by Andy Brennan in the early going. About a 45-degree angle, roughly 35 meters out. Kick up on the way. It looks good from here, and the goal umpire agrees. Great goal again.
Absolutely no hesitation in the umpire waving the flags there.
Nope. Hey, sometimes you get a little excited to wave flags. Why wouldn't you? 3-1-19 for the New York Magpies as the Tigers yet to score. And again, the Magpies. We were talking before the game, Dennis. They're ranked number 1 in the new USAFL top 20 voting. Not really a surprise at this juncture, as they are coming in as the defending national champions.
Yes.
So,
and is that 3 goals now to Brennan?
That is, I believe, 2 to Brennan and 1 to Marcus Janke.
Brennan kicked that first goal, and I think you called him as Janke. So,
well, again, we'll say it from here. It all looks the same from here, but it is 3 for Brennan, who's having a day out here in the early going, and here they come again. Come the Magpies as the goal is kicked up over his head. Oh, and just getting his hand to it was the defenseman there. Looked like it was Camilleri in defense, and that one is rushed through for a minor score. So, again, the pressure put on by the Magpies as they go on to 3-2-20. The Tigers yet to score. But, we were talking also, Dennis, about this ground here at Central Broward Regional Stadium. Normally a cricket ground, but cricket has roots in this game, and it's very appropriate that the game's being played here, as it is in most cases in Australia.
This is just a beautiful ground. The surface is perfectly flat. There's a little slightly barren areas, I guess, where there's a bit of sand. Obviously, it's a sand-based ground, being as close as we are to the beach in Fort Lauderdale, and
I mean, you're close enough to it was close enough to the beach. I mean, I haven't even been to the beach, and I have sand in my shoes. Meanwhile, the ball's kicked up into the middle. Oh, and the mark was dropped, but it looked like there was a whistle before that. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick to the Tigers as they'll have a chance to bang it out. 4 minutes gone, second quarter. It is 20-0 in favor of the Magpies as they kick it up on the far side. And the mark is taken there up on the wing position, out on the berm side of the field, directly across from our commentary position. The ball gets kicked high in the air. Up on the side, a pack forms. It's knocked forward by New York. And the ball founds the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in, again, directly across on the wing position as the Fighting Squids are warming up here. As the ball comes back into play, again pushed forward by New York. And again, looks like another throw in.
And ever so conveniently for you, Brian, the play is all on the outer side of the ground.
Of course. I unfortunately left my telescope at home, so you folks who are watching this will have to bear with me for a moment. The ball comes back up as they still rush forward again. New York trying to push that forward, and then he's caught and held. The ball's still over, and it looks like once again, it's gone out of bounds, and another boundary throw in. 5 minutes gone. Still 20-0 Magpies. Second game again featuring the Fort Lauderdale Fighting Squids, the home team, who've played a couple of games at the stadium before, Dennis.
Have they?
As far as I know.
They definitely have, yes.
Yes. So they're no stranger to this, and I think they're no stranger to this surface.
And obviously no stranger to the heat either.
Yes, no. I was actually talking to Tom Hecker, the president of the Fighting Squids. Was curious as to it felt a little like it was going to rain, but it was just the humidity. But coming from freezing temperatures, you can't tell the difference. There's a kick by North Carolina as we were talking there, had it forward. They knocked forward a good hand pass over the top. And it's amazing that they were able to keep it going. In the midst of all that chaos, a little bit of clarity comes. One of the players for New York over there looked like would have been Andrew Manfredi, tried to work it forward, number 14. But the umpire blows his whistle. We'll have a ball up just on the North Carolina offensive side of the center circle, but it's knocked forward. And North Carolina didn't have anybody back initially. He could have run forward. He decided to kick it. The Tigers do pick it up. It's sprayed to the near side. They're going to come right at us. And picked up on the run there is number 91. That is Brendan. I can't read his last name, but it's Brendan Knowens for the Magpies. They kicked it on towards goal. The fullback was the only one back for North Carolina. He's taken down.
Surely is a push in the back.
Oh,
there.
yes. That's any day of the week and twice on Sundays. And so a free kick for the Tigers as they go up on the far side, just over his head, just trying to outshoot it. And kept in now, and now they're going to come back for the Magpies. Almost a mark taken. That was McGettigan. As they kick it on towards goal, he's going to run in. Soccered off the ground. Nope, it's a behind. Good effort, an A for effort, but up on the cash register where it counts, it's only 1 point. 3-3-21 for New York. Still no score to the Tigers. And if nothing else, the Magpies are flexing their muscles here with respect to their offensive opportunities as the kick out comes out. And once again, that's the mark of a good forward, Dennis. Not only be able to score, but good mark there. And again, that's Brennan.
Yeah, and who is that in the yellow boots there that is just racking up the possessions? Number 20 for the Magpies.
That would be Janke.
That is Janke, okay.
So Janke's definitely out there. He just didn't score on the first goal. Here's Brennan coming in for his fourth. The kick is on the way, and it is off to the... No, it did go through, and it is a goal. So it's Andy Brennan 24, the Tigers nothing, but for the game it's the New York Magpies 4-3-27 as we come up to 4 minutes remaining here in the opening half rather. And Marcus Janke, of course, was instrumental in the game-winning goal for the Division I National Championships last year in Dublin, Ohio. Brennan was all over the place, too. But one might say here, Dennis, that the competition, especially you look at two Division III sides here, it's a good warm up for the beginning of the season for New York, you would think.
Oh yeah, and obviously it's needing a few Philly top up players. It's probably far from New York's best side out there today, but and I'm sure we'll see a completely different outfit come October in Austin.
That was a heck of a shepherd there. We'll try and get the number for you. 31. That was Andrew Wesh, who threw a great shepherd in the middle of the ground. And now North Carolina trying to get it forward. Here's a handball. Nice handball over to 22. That is Ty Scott. His flaming red hair. Janky again. That missed the goals. That may have missed everything.
No, straight through the middle, mate.
Through. Well, all right. Well, the angle said one thing, and the umpire said something else, and so did reality. 5-3-33 to the New York Magpies with 2.5 minutes to go. And once again, the Tigers struggling. I mean, they're getting the ball at least to the middle of the ground, but once they encounter the center arc, it's a good defensive player, just something that comes along, and the Magpies are going back in the other direction.
Yeah, they're certainly struggling to get the ball out of the middle and get past the center line. But when they do, number 31 here, the bearded warrior down here in the genuine Collingwood jumper, is just repelling all their attacks.
David Orr wearing the throwback Collingwood jumper. I actually like those, the white with the giant magpie on it. They should bring that back. But at some point, I'm sure they will. Meanwhile, there's North Carolina again going. Oh, the pack flies. What a great attempt for a mark. Was he paid it? Yes, he was. Great mark. And now the Tigers can get something going. The short kick there, all alone, was the man. See if we can catch his number turning around.
Yeah, he either fancies himself as a pretty decent kick. He's going to kick from about 57 metres here.
57.5 officially. Maybe not. The kick is up on the way. That's going to be short. As a pack of about 10 people.
Tell you what, it's a fair shake.
Well.
And it has bounced through.
Now, the question is, was it touched?
No, that was
a goal, yes. So North Carolina finally gets on the scoreboard, and they do it in the grandest of fashion. A great kick and a good forward bounce. So the Tigers on the board, one straight 6. They're 27 behind the Magpies, who are 5-3-33.
Did you catch who that was, Brian?
I did not. We will catch that at halftime.
He was full of confidence, going back and having a shot.
Yes.
He didn't actually get the distance, but he had some good teamwork by his forward there, who outpositioned his Magpie opponent.
And that's, again, another skill you have to have as a good forward, as the ball comes straight into the middle, and the mark not taken there by New York. It squirts out again. The Magpies working forward. That's Scott, Ty Scott, who is tackled and dispossessed. The Tigers get it out and will try to work it back. They've got a little bit of momentum. Now they've got a little bit of real estate, but the mark is taken. Good mark taken there directly across by Nelson Santos as it's kicked. Oh, another good mark. Oh, but it dropped. He had it for a second and dropped it, but maintains the ball. Knifes to the inside. Handball, gets a room service bounce, runs the 35, and kicks it behind. But the Tigers, all of a sudden, in the last 2 minutes, to end this first half, as we're getting, we actually have just a couple of seconds here, and they may have just enough time for the kick-in. And in fact, the umpire has blown for halftime rather. But so very good passage of play. It's 5-3-33 to the Magpies, 1-1-7 to the Tigers. Your thoughts on that first half, Dennis?
Well, New York certainly dominated through the middle of the ground, pretty much winning the clearances, and then North Carolina, whenever they did win possession, certainly struggled to get the ball past the half-back line. Andy Brennan is obviously dominating up forward, and he's a very pivotal target for the Magpies to aim for. And he's certainly delivering at every opportunity for them. So, as we watch the Magpies run off here, led by captain of the day, Mike Murphy.
Yep, Magic they call him, and is Juice Desai, Tim Cohen, and Ryan McGettigan from the Philadelphia Hawks. We mentioned them earlier as they came down to help out. The Magpies, as we said, they're the defending champions, and they're definitely proving it here. So, once again, the halftime score: the New York Magpies 5-3-33, the North Carolina Tigers 1-1-7. We're going to take another break. When we come back, it'll be the second half of this game. You're watching the 2015 USAFL Eastern Regional 18s from Florida here on USAFL.com.
third quarter here about to commence at Broward County Stadium.
Yep, and the ball gets knocked forward by North Carolina, now heading towards the left side of the ground. Going out for that is number 37. That's Tomislav Kotic for North Carolina. A good handball. Not the greatest of kicks, but he can't pick that up cleanly. A 3-on-1 there for New York. They can't get it. Handball over the top. Not an effective one. And they'll bring it out of defense. Oh, just about the kickoff.
By Andy Brennan, but his kick was slightly smothered and sent off cue and goes out of bounds.
So Brennan, by the way, after kicking those 4 goals, has moved into the half-back line. So New York, at this point, thinking to give their offensive player a little bit of a rest to play on that half-back line as the ball comes back into play out on the far side. It's handballed. It's tapped backwards by the Magpies. Again, that's Brennan with it. Oh, little hop, skip, and a jump. Good handball away. They tried for another one, but a good defensive smother there as it's handballed out towards the side over on that far boundary line, and then running through and kicking it away. It looked like Brennan again. It's a far kick.
Well, in your defense there, Brian, New York has 3 number 10s that are all playing on the half-back line at the moment. So It was Brennan to Brennan to Brennan.
To Brennan to Brennan. Meanwhile, here's a chance for a score as the kick came off the side of the boot. It was a worm-burning, finger-breaking mongrel kick. North Carolina will have a chance. He overshoots the handball. Here's McGettigan with a left footer. It's coming back. And it's going to bounce through for a minor score. Great play by Ryan McGettigan, though, one of the most, probably, for my money, the most athletic player in the USAFL. I'm sure there will be some arguments about that, but in any event, it's behind 5-4-34.
Would your Philly allegiance have any bias there on that call there, Brian?
Well, I've seen him more so than anybody else.
Well, that does help.
That does help, but no, I mean, he's a 2-time member of the Revolution, and one thing I'll say about him is not only has his athletic ability matured, but also he's matured as a captain as well. So 3-4-34 to the Magpies. They have a 27-point lead. The kick in, right down his throat defensively. That's number 4, Troy Danilo. And Danilo will go back and have one from about 40 meters out.
And the bright orange boots.
Yes. Well, if you have orange boots like that, you got to kick a goal from here. Absolutely, no doubt. So here's the kick up on the way. It's a short one. It's a wobbly one as it's knocked out to the near side. And North Carolina has a caravan there. 3 players who will bring it up out of the pocket. They kick it to the near side. And what a great spoil. And again, that's Ryan McGettigan, number 32 for New York, knee of the Philadelphia Hawks. But a great spoil there. And again, we were just talking about his athleticism.
Let's get a close-up of the athletic build of young Ryan McGettigan.
Yes. Zoom lenses, that'll do it. Meanwhile, North Carolina wins the throw-in, and they kick that one out to the near side. Going after to chase it there is number 84, Paul Duncan. And running onto it is number 24, who I still don't have. That one is kicked up high. It bounces forward, bounces high in the air. The C parts for him, and now he's going to turn around shooter to the 37, but that comes off, and they're screaming for out on the full as New York.
Directly out in the full there, Brian.
And it is directly out on the full. Thought there may have been a deflection there, but they're closer to it than we are, so it is, in fact, a free kick for New York. As they'll kick that one out. 2 North Carolina players. Oh, great mark! That was Specky-worthy to take that over 2 players. And it looks like that's Andrew Weish, number 31.
I think it might be 37.
Well, we have 2 37s, so we'll call that Tomislav Kotic.
Oh, you have to say that name again. That just runs off the tongue.
Kotic. As it kicks up on the way, it's going to be short, and a mark out in front by defensively, and they get it out quickly, and they give it away. Back to the top now. Here's Kotic again. Kotic kicks for goal, and he has got it.
And Tomislav Kotic, is it?
Tomislav Kotic with a great goal on the run, taking advantage.
It was number 33, actually. Brian?
So after saying that name so many times, it ends up being Michael Hoffman.
Oh, that's just boring.
Well, the kick wasn't, and that's all that matters. So 2-1-13 for the North Carolina Tigers. They still trail by 21 points. But, I wonder, Dennis, we talked about maybe the Magpies taking the foot off the gas pedal a little bit with them putting Brennan back there, but you would think they still have the talent to see this game out. We'll see what happens.
I also think they're just trying to share around the love a little bit and get somebody else up forward. You need to have multiple goal scorers, so you don't want to just be one-dimensional.
That's true, but you also want to make sure that you win. That's very important. Meanwhile, a free kick as there was an infraction on the ball up. So North Carolina's got a little bit of momentum going here. They had it at the end of the first half, trying to keep it going as that one goes through the hands of Orr in the old school Collingwood jumper. They kick it up onto the far side, and a nice mark taken over there by number 4. That's Troy Danilo again.
Again in the orange boots.
Again the orange boots with the left foot. Kick that one into the middle. Had a bounce there. Kicks it off the left side. It's coming back towards the goal. And it's a goal. That's a great goal there.
That was off the outside of the boot there.
My goodness. A little draw shot. We'll get the goal scorer for you in a minute.
Well, it's Andy Brennan in disguise.
Wow, it is one of the number 10. So we think number 10, in this case it's Brennan. It's very possible he may have kicked another goal. 6'4",
It wasn't Brennan. It was I'm trying to close the camera in on him here. It's
looks like
it's definitely not Andy Brennan, but he's standing there at the in the center there with his hands on his hips.
We'll give that to Alex Kwiatkowski, who I believe I do recognize as one of the other number 10s there. But again, from this distance, they all look the same. 6'4" to the Magpies. It's back to 27 points. 2-1-13 to the Tigers. And again, the Magpies coming out of it again. Could not handle the ball cleanly. Again, Danilo in those orange boots tried to get to it. They push it forward, try to bootleg it around. It's moving forward slowly. New York gaining real estate. Now inside 50. They run out to the far side over there somewhere near the Atlantic Ocean. Now they kick it back.
Orange boots.
Off the orange boots. That's Danilo high into the air. Who wants it? Everybody. Who's got it? Nobody. It hits the ground. And North Carolina has a guy. Oh, he's able to push by. Handbun it on. Couldn't get a kickoff. Straight out in the middle. North Carolina trying to get it out of there. And in the end, New York has it and kicks it through. And did he get it from the side? I think he did. No, it's a 1. Well, to get 1 point even from that tough angle, that's still a lot. So 6-5-41 to the Magpies.
That was Alex again, so that would have been another miraculous goal. Another, you kicked that.
Yeah.
Now, Brian, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Are the orange boots the new blonde hair?
I would imagine so.
To attract the umpire votes.
I would.
A common thing back in Australia to dye your hair blonde.
Well, is that why Nick Rewalt? Well, how many best and fairest has Nick Rewalt won?
Well, he's natural. I don't think he needs to dye it. But
meanwhile, the mark taken right there again. That looked like Hoffman as they kick it out to the near side. The mark is taken there, right in front of us. Standing a little bit too acute to see our numbers there, but right in front of the interchange gates. That's 84 again. That's Paul Duncan as he kicks it. The pack forms. It was 1-on-3, and the one almost won it for North Carolina. That's Kwiatkowski again, and they give it to number 4. Oh, smothered nicely by Kodich as the ball gets handballed. It's Brennan again, and now they're going to go back, and then it's David Orr now, 31. A little stab kick, and the mark is taken. That's Kwiatkowski's going to get caught. That is ball. That is all sorts of holding the ball, and a great tackle by the Tigers there. So the Tigers showing signs of life. They may still be 28 points down, but they are showing signs that the heat is not affecting them. Now they have a run up on the far side, chasing to it, but the halfback able to get for it for New York rather. And now the Magpies will bring it up on the wing position. Nice, crash boom opera, and he just took the mark. So free kick upcoming. We have about 3.5 minutes to go in this third term. Again, the Magpies leading 41-13 here at the first game of the Eastern Regional 18s here at Central Broward County Park Stadium under some cloudy skies but mostly bright Florida sunshine. North Carolina moving it forward again. There's a kick just off the hands. Everyone went sliding. North Carolina picks it. That one's off the right boot. It is... Well, he raised
goal,
both
I believe.
flags, but I think he tried to catch it more than anything else. It is...
And he's giving it a go.
It's a goal.
Umpire Janke.
Yes.
North Carolina have certainly come out a lot more invigorated this second half here, Brian, and definitely hitting the ball harder. They're running in numbers much better, and actually they're hitting targets a lot this time as well. So it gives you the feeling they might have got a good old-fashioned bake from the coach at half-time.
They may have, and I talked to Camilleri down in the locker room down at halftime, and he said that was one of the things that they were going to try and do. So the score is 6-5-41 for the Magpies. With that goal, the Tigers go on to 3-1-19 as we have a little more than 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. This is the first of 3 games you'll see today. The second one is features the Fort Lauderdale Fighting Squids, the home team in action. this round robin tournament continues here as the ball goes back in the air and into play. As just getting it was the ruckman for New York, and they're going to keep the ball off the rebound. Ping, ping, ching, chong, ping, ping, ping off the pinball. There's a handball. Over the top, kick over the top. He's going to play on, runs inside 50. There's a kick. Nobody back in the goal square as it takes a bounce off to the side there, and it's rolled out of bounds. It's a boundary throw, and as we
kicking some sand up again as the guys ran into the forward pocket there. It is deceptive. It looks like water, but I'm pretty sure it's sand because it is pretty dry out there.
It did rain a little bit last night to soften a little bit, but you and I were walking out in front of it. It was kind of hard. There's a kick towards the goal, and that's going to bounce through for a goal.
We might need to give some goal signaling umpiring lessons.
Maybe, just a little bit. But in any event, it is a goal. It is 7-5, 47... for the Magpies. It is now a 28-point lead once again. By my math, it's 3-1-19 to the Tigers with just under a minute to go here in this third term.
And I did not see who that was for the Magpies who kicked that.
No, we'll get that information for you. But in any event, the Magpies, hey, it's become a contest here, Dennis. It's not one-way traffic anymore.
So umpire Mills throws the ball back up in the middle of the ground. Magpies again with the clearance.
Good tackle.
Well smothered.
Good smother there, and it squirts out to the far side. And now everyone comes in for a team meeting, and New York rather gets it. He throws it onto the
orange
left
boots.
That was Danilo again. As hey, all you got to say is orange boots, and that's Danilo, Troy Danilo, number 4. North Carolina trying to go forward with it. There's a handball up over the top.
Where's the Russian? I want to hear his name again.
Oh, I believe he's Croatian, Tomislav Kodic, who was actually wearing some of that. Yeah, he was wearing some of the Croatian soccer gear a little bit earlier.
Tomislav Kodic, is it?
Kodic, yes.
That just rolls off the tongue.
Of course it does. It's a great soccer name. You know, there's a cross by Kodic, and it's over the bar, but it's also a good footy name.
And as we've been distracted, it is the umpire's blowing the siren and it's three-quarter time.
It is, in fact, three-quarter time. But, hey, we have a little bit of a game now here, Dennis. At the end of three quarters, it's the New York Magpies 7-5-47 to the North Carolina Tigers 3-1-19.
We're watching Ryan McGinnigan come off the field here, and at last year's IC, he told us he was all thighs, and I'm just going to get a close-up now to just see that. Yes, indeed, Ryan is.
Roll that thighs. Beautiful thigh footage, yes. So that's at three-quarter time. It's a 28-point lead to the Magpies. We're going to step aside one more time. When we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter of this one. You're watching the 2015 USAFL Eastern Regional 18s here on USAFL.com. Then they decide to bootleg with a handball around straight out into the guts. The pack forms. Nobody takes it. It's off his chest. Or for New York, tries to get the handball off. Does. Two Magpies right there. It's Danilo. Turnaround. Left footer. And the mark right in front. And that...
back to Andy Brennan. He's gone back forward.
They've sent him up forward. Says, finish this game off, young man. And young Brennan having a day out. He is kicked 5 of the 7 goals for the Magpies. Let's see if he can get an even half dozen. Kick on the way. Of course, the answer to that question is yes. Goal to the Magpies and to Andy Brennan, who now has a 6-pack. 8-5-53 to the Magpies as they now clear they have their largest lead of the afternoon. It's 34 points. The Tigers 3-1-19.
Talking of 6-packs, Brian, I had a quick sample there of the Fort Lauderdale Squids boys, and I don't know that you're going to see a whole lot of exactly formed 6-packs on the boys, but they do have some impressively sized boys. They are a big unit.
Sometimes you can get a guy with size there. As we see them warming up on the sideline, they'll feature.
I don't mean they're not athletic. They have some really physically strong-looking boys.
Well, well, I mean, like I said, sometimes you can get by with size. It's a big target. Meanwhile, New York keeping well. Oh, there it is, nice pinball maneuver to Danilo.
Orange boots.
Oh, there is McGettigan.
Jenke.
Or rather, that's Jenke, number 20, and Jenke has kicked that one through. So New York at this point, they just said, hey, we're going to just wrap this up, take care of any sort of doubt. That is Jenke's second, and it is a 40-point lead, an even 40-point lead to the New York Magpies, 9-5, 59 to 3-1-19 for the Tigers.
And once again, just those clearances out of the center, they're doing no insurmountable amount of harm to North Carolina with the Magpies just getting clearance after clearance. I don't see that they have a massive height advantage in the ruck, but he's certainly out jumping North Carolina boy.
And a lot of times it's also a matter of your followers, your on-ballers too, to get to the ball first. And you and I have both played against these Magpies, Dennis. You know that if you leave them open or if you give them an inch of space, they'll take it. And they'll make you pay for it. Again, a 40-point lead. That one, again, knocked forward there by Nelson Santos, one of the rucks there for North Carolina. And we have a whistle and a free kick going to the Tigers, who are trying to get some sort of luck going. So, I mean, the Tigers had assembled a little bit of momentum, and then New York comes out at the start of this fourth term and hits them with 2 goals. But there's a mark up on the far side there. So it'll be a free kick. It'll be maybe just outside of his range. That's about 60 meters out. So the kick is up on the way. It is low, it is slow, and it is punched free. And now New York will try to bring it up on the far side in that far pocket, up on the berm side of the field there. And now North Carolina trying to run through. No, it's kept on going by the Magpies. He's going to turn back into the middle. Oh, great job there as it's still now moves forward. Oh, and a good mark taken there right out in front. And now the kick is short up to the near side. It's picked up. He gets through again. It's McGettigan. Oh, McGettigan knifes his way through. Left foots that one in towards the and a great mark taken inside 50. A great
Andy
kick.
Brennan.
He's going to play on Brennan again, number 7.
I think he might have got it.
Yes, sir. Andy Brennan. Well, I'll tell you what, this is one of the best games I've seen him play, and I've watched him play at the same time. And so Andy Brennan gets number 7. That's 65, 10-5, 65 for the Magpies. The Tigers 3-1-19. And right now, I mean, I think you can just about put this one in cement for the Magpies. But I think the Tigers' biggest thing right now is they got to figure out a way to contain him up in the forward line. We have, in case those of you wondering, we have about 7.5 minutes to go in this first game. First of 3 that you'll see here on USAFL.com as the ball is tackled. And it's going to be
high to Janky.
Ambles
off to Murphy.
Murphy, as that one is knocked down.
Or
turn around, Orr turns for goal, and David Orr says, I'll join in on the fun. Well, not only are the Magpies scoring here, but they're doing it with a little bit of style.
They've called that he's touched off the boot.
In fact, it is a touched off the boot. Well, I'll tell you what, it looked pretty impressive from here, but in fact it was touched off the boot. Didn't see the signal until the umpire raised the 1. But still, they're getting some chances in style. So the Magpies go on to 10-6, 66, clickety-click, as the Tigers still at 3-1-19. The lead has hit 47 points.
And we have the ball just sitting out there in some groundwork, and I don't know if this is a tactic by the Tigers to eat up the clock a little bit, seeing as we have no time on.
Nope.
But he's taking his sweet time to get that ball back there and bring it back into play.
Well, I think there's, when you're dealing with a team like the Magpies, within reason I say this, there's nothing wrong with a little gamesmanship, and it's like when you were a kid. I don't know how it was back in Australia, but when you were a kid and you'd hit the ball into your neighbor's yard, you have to climb over the fence and come and get it. That's kind of what this reminds me of. So North Carolina will put the ball back in the play through the services of their fullback. He's looking around. I'm surprised he was still in the square when he kicked that. Packed forms, knocked down, and now digging after it again. Oh, he's claimed just before he got it, and then down he goes, and that should be holding the ball. And there's some extracurricular afterwards. It looks like that tackle may have come, can't tell from here, it may have come after the whistle. But they're going to call a free kick. So the free kick for number 15, that's Justin Plumlee for North Carolina. Not a very good kick. A lot of balls over there. And then it's picked up, handballs it over the top was the number 88. That's Nick Alpade. And to Danilo into the middle. Oh, almost a mark. It was knocked through there, and that one's going to get rushed through for a behind. Some good defensive plays there by the Tigers to prevent any further damage or at least anything more. So 10-7-67 to the Magpies, 3-1-19 to the Tigers. It's now 48 points.
And Brennan had it in the digits there and saw number 8 coming and I guess he might have had it kicked before he actually took the mark properly. And
that was Ben Hess who was in on the spoil for North Carolina. Oh, another spoil there out to the far side, but they're going to run onto it. Knife to the inside as he tries to cut out on the far side. Kicked in. McGettigan, did he get it? No, it's marked defensively right there by our man Tomislav Kodic, right in the last line of defense. He'll shake the Etch-a-Sketch out to the near side. It's just going to stay in, and the mark is taken by the captain, Nick Camilleri, who won best and fairest at Division 4 at Nationals last year in Dublin. Camilleri spears it out. Not a very good kick. It's knocked forward by New York.
It's a definite bit of play.
Yes. Great job. Now he soccers it off the ground. Again, that's Camilleri. Getting it is Alex Marakian, and he's taken down, that wasn't Marakian. I think that was Kwiatkowski, as they're getting thrown everywhere. And that last one was called holding the ball. That could have gone either way, judging by your reaction at least, Dennis.
Kodic, Marakian, Kowaldowski. What's just happened to Smith and Jones, Brian?
Well, it is the 21st century. It's a little bit progressive.
Great to see.
Which is great to see as we do the diversity, especially at the AFL diversity campaign. They just had their championships in Queensland not too long ago. Meanwhile, there's footy going on right in front of us, and there's a good tackle. Down he goes and holding the ball.
Free
kick
to
tackle,
Janke.
and it's a free kick to Marcus Janke, who had one of the best tackles we've seen so far today. As the clock shows 3.5 minutes to go in this one. The Magpies had this one wrapped up some time ago. They kick it out to the far side.
Marakian.
Here's Marakian now. Marakian is 61. That's my number. Tried the one-handed mark, but it just goes on. It goes over towards the boundary, and in fact, it does find the boundary. Inside, as we come up to the last 3 minutes of this one, the Magpies 10-7, 67. North Carolina 3-1, 19. The ball over on that far side, over on that far pocket. Once again here at Central Broward Regional Park Stadium. Absolutely beautiful day for footy, if not a little warm. And that one is carried out and kicked forward by North Carolina. They want to get one last score, one last major before this game is out against the best team in the country. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw and directly across on the wing position. As the ball comes spinning back into play now. And both teams tried to slap at it, and it goes into the popcorn machine. It's picked up by the winger there for New York. He's able to get forward now. He slides forward again and kicked over towards the pocket.
Good mark in defence there for North Carolina. I thought he was going to try and just play on straight away in front of, with the man on the mark right in front of him.
Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Although I've never turned down a bad idea.
It looks like he might have sprayed that out on the full straight away, and I see all thighs. Ryan McGettigan has picked it up and passed it straight into the middle to
Danello, Troy Danello.
Orange boots.
Those orange boots, as it's up and it's almost marked defensively, picked up. They work it back. That's a great handball. They get on. Here's another one. Again. Here's Brennan, and it's another one.
It's not Brennan, it's Kowaldowski, is it?
That is Kwiatkowski, Alex Kwiatkowski, number 10. And another goal for the Magpies. It is their 11th of the afternoon, and that takes them to 11-7, 73, which at this point it's just adding to the percentage here, Dennis. And we have 1 minute and 20 seconds by our clock here left in this one. But the Magpies with an impressive run out in this opening game. Now they're calling that a behind.
Oh.
Well, we thought they would wave 2 flags, but it looks like the only way. Oh, good mark. What a great mark there, although it looks like they may have called hands in the back, and they have. Well, it looked impressive initially. So the correction on the score, it's 10-8, 68 for the Magpies. And now they run it forward. They're screaming for it are the Tigers up on the far side. They kick that one. Could not get the mark, and now here comes Marakian for New York as it's knocked down. And now North Carolina going through number 17, that's Stephen Harper. As Harper gets it through for North Carolina, that's going to dribble inside 50. Will the Tigers get one more in the last 30 seconds? It's still dribbling through. Scott goes back to get it. Now gets the handball out for New York. They'll clear their lines, and that may very well be the last chance that the Tigers have of scoring against the New York Magpies with 15 seconds to go. The ball up on the far side. They are going to get one more. They're trying to make a liar out of me. Inside 50 they go. But again, he runs on, and he's going to kick a goal.
Well done.
Absolutely well done. They do it on the siren, and that will do it. So if anything else, the Tigers can take that last goal as a little bit of momentum into their next game against Fort Lauderdale. But that's it. Full time at the football. Game 1 in the books. Your final score, the New York Magpies 10-8-68. The North Carolina Tigers 4-1-25. Dennis, your thoughts on this one as we wrap up game number 1?
Well, I think New York Magpies obviously showed their class. Division 1 team taking on the Division 1 premiers from last year, taking on the Division 4 premiers, and when they needed to turn it on, they were able to turn it on and put the game beyond doubt at the start of the fourth quarter there. The Tigers had certainly made a great comeback in the third quarter after what was undoubtedly a big wrap-up speech at halftime.
Yeah.
But obviously, just too much class with some of the New York players in Janke and Kowalski, is it?
Kwiatkowski, yeah.
Andy Brennan, obviously, up at full forward.
And McGettigan, of course, the Philly Hawks player, helping out there. When you have a player like that to an already potent team, it just it just makes all the difference, it seems.
Yep. So obviously, just too much class for the Magpies. So they're going to get a short little rest up here, and then they're going to take on
those
Fort
guys.
Lauderdale Squids over here, warming up in the forward pocket. And I got a feeling that being the home team and the hosts, full squad to choose from today, coached by umpire Greg Everett, they are quietly confident of their chances of upsetting the Magpies today. So we could be in for a very interesting game number 2 coming up in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, they were talking to me about their number 20 ranking in the first USAFL top 20 poll, and they weren't terribly happy about it. They thought they should be a little bit higher, and now's going to be a great chance to prove it against the New York Magpies. So that's it. The final score again, 68-25. The Magpies. We'll be back because we're just getting started here. We'll be back for our second match. You're watching the 2015 USAFL Eastern Regional 18s here on USAFL.com.